all, I want to thank y'all for having me today. I am so thrilled to be invited to speak to you about something that is so dear to my heart and something that you support so generously, and it is an honor to represent Camp Carefree. I've been attending Camp Carefree Spina Bifida Week for the past 12 years. I was a camper from the age of 9 until I turned 18, and I have had the privilege of returning as a counselor for the past 2 years. The group from Spina Bifida Week has also been blessed by the creation of an alumni weekend. It has been in effect for 4 years now and has quickly become my favorite time spent at camp. It allows those of us who are too old to continue as campers to return and experience camp all over again. It has opened the door to new friendships and opportunities and is a true escape from the stress of everyday life, because I don't know if you know this, but being an adult is hard. There's something about camp, and specifically Alumni Weekend, that makes me feel more grown up and independent, yet at the same time, like I am a kid again. I've often wondered why the group from Spina Bifida Week was chosen for this weekend. There are so many wonderful weeks at Camp Carefree that provide a fun retreat for kids with all kinds of disabilities and illnesses. I think each and every one of them would benefit from extra time at camp. I've come to the conclusion that maybe our group needs it the most. Of all the handicaps presented at camp, I think spina bifida is the most physically obvious and permanent. I always say that everyone's got something, whether you can see it or not. But the truth is, it can be very difficult to be in our shoes when the disability sometimes steals the spotlight. I am blessed to be able to walk with the aid of crutches, but every case is different. Some of my friends use crutches, others use wheelchairs, and a few get by without any aid at all. Whatever our circumstances, though, we all appreciate and cherish the opportunity to go to a place like Camp Carefree as often as possible. We need the chance to retreat from everyday life to a place where we are reminded that we are so much more than what meets the eye. We are more than the assumptions, prejudices, and labels that society seems to so quickly place on us. We need the taste of freedom that camp offers and the sense of community it provides. We need to be in this place where our disability disappears and we appear. While I was back at camp in September, someone asked me, "What has Camp Carefree meant to you?" This question is almost impossible to answer. How do I even begin to describe the myriad of emotions this place evokes in my heart? I'm not sure that the English language stretches that far, and I fear that whatever I will say will prove to be inadequate. It's so much more than a place to escape or a place to have fun. It's more than this place where my insecurities are traded for confidence. It's more than my second home. Camp Carefree is a part of me. It is a part of the person I have been and the person I am becoming. Camp Carefree has shaped so much of my past, and it continues to shape my present and my future. It's the setting of some of the most beautiful parts of my story, and it holds some of the most memorable characters. I hardly know where to begin, but I will do my best. When I first started attending camp, I was just a shy little girl who was afraid to speak up for myself. I spent that first year at camp being completely silent, and I didn't participate in many activities. I was fearful, insecure, and even ashamed of the difficulties that I faced every day. I was convinced that what I had to say didn't hold any weight, and that I would be judged because of my differences. I was afraid that no one would see the real me. Still, something drew me back the next year. It was like a piece of my heart had been discovered, and if I let it, it would continue to grow. I listened to that voice within me, telling me that I could be a part of something extraordinary, and that has led me to this moment. Largely through the love, support, and patience of the campers and staff at Camp Carefree, I have become the confident, albeit nervous, woman who stands before you. To be honest, I doubt that I would be up here if I were not speaking about camp. It's as if the mere mention of it fuels a passion in me that enables me to overcome my deepest insecurities. The lessons I have learned at camp over the years continue to impact me every day of my life. Lessons like the realization that a single voice speaking kindly is louder than all the voices telling me that I am not enough. I have learned to believe that I am fearfully and wonderfully made and that I am never truly alone. I belong and I have a purpose. I believe that one of my purposes in life is to become a social worker, and I am currently pursuing a degree in human services. The road toward this dream has not been easy. It has been full of potholes and U-turns, but still I travel on. I know that I am able to persevere because of many things. First and foremost, I am not relying on my own strength. I believe with my whole heart that God has called me to this field and that He will show me the way. He has created me with qualities that have proven to be an ideal fit for this dream. He has allowed me to go through hardships that have instilled in me a fierce determination to fight against low expectations and a first-hand understanding of pain and disappointment. He knit me together a little imperfectly in the world's eyes in order to fulfill his perfect purpose. I often imagine what my life would be like if I had been born normal, and I use that term very loosely because I don't think anyone could tell me exactly what it means. But I wonder who I would be, what I would be doing, if I had been born without spina bifida. My life could very well be easier on many levels, but I wouldn't change myself for the world. My disability doesn't define all of me, but it does define much of me. To be honest, I don't think that I would even recognize the normal version of Jordan. Without spina bifida, I wouldn't have been touched by the hundreds of lives that are now intertwined with mine. Without each one of my experiences, I don't think that I would be as hopeful, as compassionate, as loyal, or as kind as I am today. I don't know, I like who I am, and I think that my God-given strengths have been fortified through my time at camp. At camp, I am taught by example as I see compassion lived out and I see strength personified. I am reminded not to judge a book by its cover, and I learned that a listening ear and a smiling face can make all the difference in the world to an aching heart. I realized that I need to let go and laugh, even through the tears. Camp strengthens my relationship with Christ through the encouragement of others and the beauty of his most precious creation, people. It shows me that there are people out there who are truly genuine, and to not let the ones who aren't real get me down. It teaches me patience, trust, and active kindness. It lessens my anxiety and multiplies my dreams. Camp Carefree makes me better, and I want to hold on to its effects every day. I want to live carefree. One of the most valuable lessons I have learned at camp is that of unity. I truly believe that two is better than one, and that neither triumphs nor burdens were meant to be carried alone. There is a quote by C.S. Lewis which says, "Friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, 'What, you too? I thought I was the only one.'" I can't think of many quotes that describe friendship and Camp Carefree so perfectly. See, my absolute favorite activity at camp is socializing. Sure, I enjoy arts and crafts and I love horseback riding, but I would be perfectly content to just sit in front of the cabins and chat. Not only do I like to talk, I am a woman after all, but I like to be understood. I like for someone to listen and really hear what I'm saying, or even what I choose not to say. That is one of the most wonderful things about Camp Carefree. The people there are the most understanding and loyal group I have ever known. I can't tell you how many times I have spoken up, despite my fear that no one will understand, only to be met with a chorus of "me too" and "I thought I was the only one." Because of camp, we are unified. Even if we are unable to relate, we are there to support one another. Labels like disabled, challenged, and different are eliminated. Even titles such as counselor and camper are irrelevant. Hey, Ashley. We are simply allies, encouragers, and friends. We can share our successes and rejoice in them, knowing that our camp family will be cheering with us. More importantly, though, we can rest assured that we will have a shoulder to cry on should we ever need it. What a relief to be vulnerable and to be loved even more because of it. The socializing that goes on at camp doesn't stop there. For the past few years, we have had what I have affectionately dubbed Facebook after parties, where we post our thoughts and feelings online and chat about camp for days after coming home. These times have become part of the grieving process for me. Don't get me wrong, I love my family and I love my home, but I hate leaving camp. Without fail, the same ache settles in my chest on that last morning of camp. It's a feeling of waiting and wishing that stays with me in varying intensities throughout the year in the real world. It's painful, but I've come to accept that ache as part of the magic. That ache tells me that my heart has been touched, changed, and renewed once again, and that these are simply growing pains. Being a lover of words and writing, I always enjoy the challenge of putting my emotions into written form. I can almost feel the words piling up inside of me during my time at camp, and I find that my heart is able to heal and hold on to that carefree spirit a little longer when I am able to translate those emotions onto paper. I thought I'd share a portion of one of my posts with you today. This was written after last year's alumni weekend as I struggled to find the words to answer the question I mentioned earlier. What exactly does Camp Carefree mean to me? When I was asked this question, I stumbled over words like confidence and family, but they are not enough. Which word fully embodies the bubbling laughter and the endless chatter? Which word covers the fun of endless arts and crafts, hay rides, fireworks, perfect s'mores, failed all-nighters, and midnight trips to the swings? Can I label the sweetness that comes from seeing compassion lived out? Can I define the joy of leaving our cares on the dance floor, of sharing our burdens and fears and heartaches on a bench outside the cabin? Which word do I choose that tells each person there that they make my heart a little bit bigger with every smile they send my way? One that tells my personal hero, Brooke Wilson, that her love inspires me, or one to tell Amanda that she makes me a better person every day and that I would be utterly lost without her. I need a word to express the way that they, and so many others, fill my heart to overflowing, and that when I hug them, I wish I didn't have to let go. How do I thank them for the unwavering respect and care that makes our bond unbreakable? Do I know the word that shows them that they are forever embedded deep into my heart? Do they know that they are my anchors, my inspiration, my heroes, my loves, my home? I try to tell them, but the right words elude me. I try to show them, but I fail miserably every day. I hope they know. Is there a word for that feeling that washes over me as I look at the sky above the campfire and I realize that time and memories are fleeting, yet somehow it all feels infinite? The multitude of stars above remind me of the candle song that we sing on the last night of camp. You guys know the song. In that moment, I realized the meaning of these words. We are the candles. Our light, so easily blown away by the winds of everyday life, is relit at camp. The wax of our lives that has been melted by the heat of pain and disappointment is lovingly reshaped by those around us. We are flawed, and we might lean a little, but oh, how we shine. Every time we leave camp, we take a piece of that light with us and make the outside world a little brighter. Then, just when I think my heart can't get any fuller, there are moments at a personal cabin concert when I look around and see the people dearest to my heart praising Jesus, and I am reminded that for so many of us, it is infinite. It occurs to me that I hope heaven has a campfire. Can I explain how a lifetime of memories flood my heart and soul when I see that red and yellow sign welcoming me back to my home away from home? What is it called when my heart is squeezed so tightly that it lodges itself in my throat and sends tears running down my cheeks as I drive away? When I expressed my frustration at being unable to find the words to describe the feelings I have for camp, my friend David, hi David, shared with me the word doxa, which is Greek for praise and glory. He explained that when he encounters a place or a person that brings him true joy, or he has the opportunity to bring that joy to others, he can't help but express his praise and glory, or doxa, to God. I thought that so beautifully described the joy and thankfulness that is in my heart when I think about camp. And yet, while Greek seems to reach a little farther than English, I still feel that it doesn't fully capture what I'm trying to say. One of the things I am most looking forward to about heaven is learning the words that go with these indefinable emotions. For now, carefree is the only word that comes close. And to you, our faithful supporters, the Elks, a simple thank you is never enough, but it's all I have to offer. So, from the very bottom of my heart, thank you.